that. Now with these niggas, don't love these niggas, bust off these niggas.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl JJ and I am back with another video. So y'all, I'm coming at y'all with another story time, but before we get into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl because we on our way to 10K, and I have to say it in every video because I'm so proud of myself. But anyways, y'all, let's get into the story. I don't know what I'm gonna title this, but this is basically gonna be a story about how I went with my friends to a house party, and the house party, you feel me, it was just, this was a crazy day. Okay, let's just get into this. Don't know what this gonna be titled. So y'all, at this time I was way younger. I was probably like 15. I was probably like 15, 16. And so my homegirl hit me up and she was just like, oh, it's gonna be a party in Oakland, do you want to go? And in this story time, we're gonna call her, let's call her Pinky. Let's just call her Pinky. So yeah, Pinky hit me up and she just like, yeah girl, like what you doing this weekend? It's gonna be a party in Oakland in the 90s, like do you want to go? And I was just like, I don't know. She's just like, it's gonna be fun girl, like you should come, you can meet some dudes and whatnot and all this. So I was just thinking to myself like, you know what, she did mention some dudes, so yeah, I'm probably gonna go. Mind you, I wasn't boy crazy, but you know, who wouldn't want to go somewhere where it's gonna be some boys? Anyway, so she was just like, okay, well, come to my house, you can get ready at my house, and if you need something to wear, you can wear some of mine or whatever. So y'all, I didn't need nothing of hers to wear, but I already knew what I was finna wear. Because listen, around this time, me and my sister Tori, we used to always go to the mall. We would always go to shopping centers. We would always buy clothes, and if we did not buy clothes, then you feel me, I would get clothes. Okay, I would get clothes. But either way go, I had clothes and shoes. So I'm like, oh, I already know what I'm finna wear. Like, oh, so I had this, like, I remember my outfit. I had these blue jeans. I had this shirt, and it was like kind of like a I don't want to say like a hot pink, but it was like a dark pink with light pink in it. And it was like a like those shirts that go like this. So it was like a shirt that don't have no whatchamacallit, but it go like this and it go like this on your stomach, and it was cropped. And then I had some Melissas, y'all. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear my pink and purple Melissas with this, because I was the Melissa queen. Okay, I know y'all remember Melissas. I had so many different color Melissas. Okay, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear my Melissas with this. Like, oh, this is about to be really, really cute. Mind you, I always had my hair braided. My hair always stayed done because I did my own hair, so I already know what kind of hair I had. I had some maroon braids, because y'all, I used to wear the maroon braids. Yeah, so I'm like, oh yes, I'm about to look cute as fuck. So I did a little swoopy little thing, had my little hair in a ponytail, did a little, I was looking good. So I'm like, yeah, I know. I know what I'm finna wear. So that's the outfit of my choice. So then I get on the bus. I head to her house. I packed all my stuff because I knew I was gonna stay there for the weekend. So I packed all my stuff, and yeah, like I knew I was finna be gone for the weekend. I was finna have me a good time. So and of course I asked my mom if I can go. I always would ask my mom. So yeah, and I had my way up over there. So I get there, you know, I walk to her house, and I'm just like, yeah girl, like I'm excited for this party. Like, you know, like I'm super excited. Mind you, I didn't go to parties like that. That's why her asking me, it wasn't a shock, but I didn't really mess with parties because first of all, I always was in trouble. Second of all, I just was cool on partying. Like I really just didn't care too much about going out. So yeah, so we just like talking about it, and she just like, oh yeah girl, I'm gonna be dancing on this person, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I'm just like, oh yeah girl, like me too. Like I'm over there happy because I'm just like, this is my first party in Oakland. Like I've been to a party before, but like this is my first party going to Oakland. Like, oh my god. So I'm like excited. And you know, like I'm getting ready, I'm putting my outfit on, I'm showing her my outfit. I'm like, yeah girl, this is my outfit. She's like, oh girl, that's cute. So she put on her outfit. Mind you, she put on something cute as fuck, but we don't have a name for her. Do we have a name for her? Oh, Pinky. So yeah, Pinky. Do we gonna call her Pinky? So yeah, Pinky like, yeah girl, I'm gonna wear this. And she wore something super, super cute. Like it was one of those shirts that go around your neck and your back be out and the tie in your back. And then she had like some little short, like this, like kind of like some, y'all remember pedal pushers? Did y'all call them pedal pushers? So yeah, like we had our outfits ready. We was ready to go. Like couldn't nobody tell us nothing. Like we was so ready for this party. Oh my goodness. So her mom was just like, okay, well I'm gonna leave. We gonna leave because her mom was taking her like, when y'all ready, I'll pick y'all up. So hours go by, and you know it's time to go. So it's time to go. So we excited. Mind you, her other two friends already lived in Oakland, so they was gonna meet us at the party. So we get there. She called her two friends. She told them to come down. Mind you, this was a party inside of an apartment at the top floor. This had to be some real ghetto stuff, because why would y'all having an apartment party? And it was like really like a house party, like for real house party inside of an apartment. This one, it was like a little bit of safe to be in Oakland. So yeah. So we're happy as hell, like, y'all, we are so happy. So she called her friends, they come down. They was already, you know, like, they was already there. So we're gonna name the friend and the cousin. We're gonna name the friend Dolly, and we're gonna name the cousin Patricia. So yeah, Dolly and Patricia, they end up coming down. They like, girl, it's so many niggas in here and da da da. Mind you, her mama, you know, she dropped us off and she left. So yeah, so they come down, they come get us, and they telling us like, yeah, woo, I knew the cousin, but I didn't know the friend. So then Pinky like, okay, Dolly, this is Jamisha, this is Dolly, like, this our homegirl. I already knew the cousin, so I say hi to her and stuff. So yeah, they like, yeah, so many niggas in there, and they like, y'all look cute. We just like, oh, like, y'all look cute too. Like, everybody just complimenting everybody. So I'm nervous because I'm just like, I'm scared. So yeah, like, I was just so shy. So I was like super nervous. So then, you know, we walking up the stairs, we end up going in there. So we go in there, y'all, like, first of all, it was smoky as hell in there because they was in there smoking. Second, it just seemed like everybody was just staring at us. So first off, I'm already like nervous, like sitting there looking like, okay. So then I'm just like y'all, I'm so timid and shy. So I'm just like sitting there like looking around at everybody. But then I'm like trying to like play it off cool. So I'm not trying to be like staring like, what in the hell? But I'm just like looking around. So then, you know, like, we just like dancing, and we found us a little spot. We just like dancing and stuff, like just like us four in a circle. So then I noticed how Dolly was looking at me, but I didn't really mind it because it's like, y'all older than me. I'm way younger than y'all. So I didn't like really like trip off how she was looking at me. But like, I noticed like she was kind of be like giving me like the side eye a little bit, like kind of like side eyeing me. And I'm just like, okay, because I was, y'all, at this age, and when I was younger, I had like the cutest little body shape. Like, do not get me wrong, the shape was there, okay? The Coke bottle was there, and I was cute. Like, I was super cute. I'm not gonna, you know, I know when I was cute and I know when I was ugly, but I was super cute. So, and I know I was cute that day. Like, y'all, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I was dressed up so cute that day. So I'm like looking at her, but like when she would like, when I would see her side eyeing me, I'll look at her and then she'll look away. So I was just like, okay. So, you know, we just steady dancing. So I kind of like turned to the side because it's like, okay, girl, what's up with you, weirdo? So, you know, we just like kicking it and, you know, we dancing. So then a boy walk up to me, and y'all know back then when somebody wants to dance, they just like come up on you and just like dance. Like, they still do that, but you know, he just like kind of like came up behind and just like kind of start dancing. Y'all, I just stood there because first of all, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I am like, I don't know what to do. So I didn't dance. I just kind of like stood there. And so then he like walked away, and then Pinky was like, girl, he was trying to dance with you. And I was like, yeah, I know. I didn't know what to do. She was like, well, when somebody come up to you like that, like, just dance with them. And so I saw Dolly, and Dolly was just like, yeah, girl, like, you're supposed to dance with them when they dance with you. Like, when somebody walk up to you. Like, she just had a whole attitude, and I'm just like, okay. And I was like, all right, like, okay, bitch. So, yeah. Mind you, Patricia, she just like in her own little world, like just happy. So then, you know, Patricia ended up dancing with a boy. So, you know, she over there working the dude on the wall. She just like messing it up. So I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, like, y'all. So then I'm holding her arms because she didn't need my help. But, you know, when she started doing her little move, she kind of needed, you know, somebody to hold her. So I'm like holding her up because I was closest to her. So she just tearing it up, and everybody just like, yeah, like everybody just cheering her on while she just tearing it up on this boy. So then she stopped dancing with him, and she was like, girl, did you see me? Did you see me? I'm like, yeah, girl, I saw you. So Pinky was like, okay, cousin, like, I saw you messing it up. And so, and then Dolly, she was just like, yeah, girl, oh my God. Now that's how you do it. That's how you dance with a nigga. And y'all, listen, I felt the shade, but I was just like, okay, like, girl, was that your cousin or was that your brother? Like, why are you so mad I didn't dance with this boy? Like, yeah. So, you know, the night is going, we just like having a good time, like, y'all, we just like dancing. So then we go outside to catch some air, and you know, we just like all outside talking, and you know, Pinky just like, Jamie, you having fun? I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun. And here go Dolly, just looking like, girl, this your first house party? And I was just like, yeah, this is my first house party. Like, I don't really go to parties like that. And she was like, So then she started talking to Pinky. She was just like, yeah, girl, oh my God. Remember that other party where I was dancing with everybody and everybody was on me? Like, I was having a good time and all the dudes wanted to dance with me. And then Pinky was just like, yeah, girl, yeah. So then she ended up talking to Patricia. She was just like, oh, cousin, we supposed to be doing something next weekend at the park. Are you gonna be coming? So, you know, like they having a side conversation, and I'm just like in it. And then she's just like, yeah, Jamie, you know, you come in, and like we're gonna, basically, it was like not a family reunion, but it was getting together to have like a party. So I was just like, yeah, girl, you know, I'm coming. And, you know, like we just like conversating and whatnot. And we want to go back inside the party. So we go back up inside the party and we just like dancing. This time I'm standing like up against the wall and they're like in front of me. So then Dolly started dancing with somebody, and then Pinky started dancing with somebody. So while they dancing with somebody, I'm just like up against the wall because, you know, like I'm just moving around just like up against the wall. And so Patricia, she was just like, girl, like, let me find somebody for you to dance with. And I was like, no, it's okay. She's like, nah, you gotta dance with somebody. Like, you can't just be standing up against the wall. Like, you gotta dance with somebody. So I'm just like, okay. So she goes, she finds somebody, and she just like, yeah, come dance with my cousin. So the boy comes and he's just like, you want to dance? And I was just like, yeah. So then, you know, we just started like dancing a little bit. And then he gets up against the wall and I just start, you feel me? Y'all, I start messing it up on him. Like, look it up. So yeah, I start doing my little tricks and doing my little dances. And I'm like working him all up on the wall. And, you know, like he getting with me. He against the wall. So you like, he getting with me. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, y'all, I felt so good about myself. Because I'm just like, oh my God, like, look at me. I'm over here fucking it up at a house party in Oakland. So, y'all, we just having fun. And so we ended up stop dancing, and I'm just like looking around like, oh my God, everybody saw me dancing with this boy. So then he came back and he was just like, you cute as fuck. Like, can I get your number? Like, come out, like, come over here real quick so I can like get your number. So we kind of like walk, not outside, but we walk closer to the door. And he was just like, give me your number. So I give him my house phone. And of course, I give him my Nokia, my little cell phone number, my Metro number. So, yeah, so I give him my number and stuff. And he was just like, all right, like, I'm going to hit you up. Like, where you live at? And I told him, I'm like, oh, I live in Fremont. And he like, oh, dang, you live far. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but, you know, the BART, I live by the BART. And he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to come see you. And you going to have to come see me too. So, y'all, he was cute. So I was just like, okay, you know. So we exchanged numbers and whatnot. So I'm walking back to, you know, Patricia and Dolly and Pinky, because, you know, now they all like right there. Like they was watching to see like what was going on. So, you know, I'm walking up. And so Patricia like, girl, look at you. And her and Dolly, they just like, I mean, her and Pinky, they just like happy, like, oh my God. And Dolly just like sitting there looking like, oh yeah, girl. Like she's saying like, oh yeah, girl, like you got somebody's number. But she looking at me crazy. And y'all, I really don't know what was up with her. Like, I don't know why she didn't like me. Like first she seemed cool. Then it was just like when she like saw me, she was just like looking at me like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what was her problem with me. I really do not know. So, you know, the night's still going. We dancing. We having a good time. So, Dolly ended up dancing with a dude and she ended up getting his number. So then her mood kind of changed a little bit. So when she came back over there, she was just like, Jamie, did you see me? Like, did you see me dancing with that boy? Did you see? And I'm like, yeah, girl, I saw you. Like, okay. And like, she trying to like change her attitude a little bit. Like, y'all, she changed her attitude like a lot more. So I'm like, okay, she cool. She just probably was like a little weird. Y'all know how y'all meet them, some friends that it's not that they don't want their friends to have no friends, but they gotta like get a feel of you first before they want to be cool. Like that's how I feel. I'm like, maybe she just wanted to get a little feel of me first to kind of see like what type of person I was. So yeah, everything was cool. Everybody's still in there dancing. Pinky ended up calling her mama, like letting her know how everything was going, and she was just like, okay, like mama, like we cool, like the party is still going on. It should probably be over in about like maybe like an hour. So her mom was like, okay, well, I'll be waiting outside for y'all, like just, you know, call me. So we still in there dancing, having fun. Next thing you know, somebody starts shooting. I was so fucking scared. Like oh my goodness. So everybody just like starts screaming, running, and laying down on the ground. And so I was like, oh hell no, like it's time to get up out of here. Like So yeah, so when we made it outside, we ran off to the side, like into the back, because I'm just like, girl, what the fuck? Like, yo, I'm sitting there like, I'm scared. Like, I low-key wanted to start crying because I'm like, I'm scared. Like, other people was outside too, so they was like, yeah, it was such and such that was shooting. I seen a car go by and all this and all that. So then, I don't know why. I really do not know why. But Pinky didn't call her mama to come pick us up. She called her boyfriend mama to come pick us up. And I really don't even understand why she called her boyfriend's mom when she could have just called her mom. So her boyfriend, I didn't know, but at that time he lived around the corner. So she called his mom like, oh, can you come pick us up? They shooting at the party. Like, we right around the corner. Like, can you come pick us up? So I'm like, okay, maybe her mama would have took a long time to come and she needed somebody to get us there at that moment. I don't know. So the mama ended up coming right when the mom pulled up, when her boyfriend mom pulled up. That's when the police pulled up. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I felt safe when the police was there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's when I felt safe. And I was just like, let's go. Like, yo, I wanted to just jump onto the car and not even get in. Like, I just wanted to get the hell up out of there. So then, yeah, his mom was just like asking like, what happened? So we all go, and she was just like, okay, so where y'all want me to drop y'all off at? And so Pinky was like, can we just go to your house, and then maybe I could have your son drop everybody off? So she was just like, okay, all right, we could do that. So we go around the corner and go to her house. So y'all, we all just like sitting there like, oh my God, like the house really just got shot. Like it was really like they was really shooting. Like we was having a good time. Like we was having a great time. Like what happened? So we just sitting there talking about it. And Pinky was just like, oh my God, like I had to get us up out of there. That's why I called my boyfriend mom. Like I had to get us up out of there. She ended up going into his room. So she went into his room and we were pretty much still outside in the living room. And then the mom went into her room. So we were just in the living room. So it was me, Patricia, and Dolly. We just sitting in the living room. And Patricia just like, oh my God, it's crazy because this was your first party, Jamisha, and like they shot it up. Like, oh my God, like this is not how all parties are. So don't get discouraged. Like, don't, like still go to parties. Don't let this be something where you don't want to ever go to a party again. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Like that was scary. And Dolly was just like, yeah, it was scary, but it always happened. If you would get out more, like you would know. And I'm just like, maybe she think I'm older than what I am or something. Like maybe she think I'm lying about, like I feel like she thought that I was lying about going to house parties because she thought I was older than what I was. So I'm just like, yeah, like I don't go to parties. I'm like, and I explained to her like, I don't be going to parties a lot because I'm always on punishment. I'm like, my mama don't be playing about my grades. And she was like, well, what grade you in? And mind you, she's talking to me with an attitude, but she's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like she wasn't talking too much with an attitude where I'll be like, you feel me? Like I had to rock up on her. Like, you feel me? Like, what's up with you? See me about something. Like it wasn't like that, but it was just like she'll just be like talking and just like have like a little stank look. So I'm just like, okay, maybe that's her face. Cause she wasn't cute. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's just her face. Like, no, I told her, I'm like, I'm only in 9th grade. So, like my mama would be tripping off my grades. And she was just like, oh, you only a 9th grader? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, you look way older than what you are. I'm like, yeah, no, and she was just like, oh. And Patricia was like, bitch, you said oh like it was a problem. And she was like, no, not like that, but I just mean like, oh, now I see why you don't go to parties like that. She was like, girl, at first I thought you was lying. And I'm like, well, why would I lie about going to a party? Like, why would I lie about that? She was just like, I don't, like, people be lying about stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't lie about that. And so then she just started asking me questions, and we just like having conversations. Like, mind you, Dolly is in the room with her boyfriend. We don't know what's going on. We just like literally at this woman's house, just in the living room, just like talking about stuff. So we just was talking about, I don't know how we got on the subject of boyfriends and being a virgin and all that type of stuff. So then Patricia was just like, Jamisha, like, are you a virgin? And I was like, yeah, I am, Y'all, I don't know if that made Dolly upset or what it was, but she just started laughing. It was like, ha, 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 ha. Girl, you're not no virgin. You're not no virgin. And I was just like, I am a virgin. Like, y'all, I'm sitting there shocked because it's like, bitch, why are you playing with me? Like, I don't have to lie about my, I don't have to lie about my meow, meow. Like, I don't have to lie about that. Like, girl, If I tell you I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin. Like, what I get out of lying? Like, I'm not about to sit here and lie to you. You're not somebody that I need to lie to. Like, girl, look at you and look at me. So she just like, girl, you know you're not a virgin. Stop lying. Yo, man, females always lying. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not lying. And Patricia was like, girl, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you tripping? If she say she a virgin, she a virgin. Like, why are you worried about it? Like, why is it bothering you so much to where you getting mad about her being a virgin? And she was just like, nah, it just seemed like you lying. You know, like you look like you be having, you know, sex. And I'm just like, yeah, no, like I don't, you know, like I'm not ready for that, so I haven't did it yet. And she was like you say you had boyfriends. And I'm like, yeah, I've had boyfriends, but I don't, you know, like I don't have to do that with them in order for them to be my boyfriend. Like, you know, like, do you hear yourself? And she was just like, yeah, see, I've been doing this since I was 13. And she was like, yeah, I've been having you know, like she said she been having since she was 13. And I looked at her like, and you're proud? And I was just like, 13 is really young. She was like, yeah, but I had to do what I had to do. And I'm just like, okay, like, yo, I'm that person that I try not to, like, I have, like, it's not that I laugh on purpose, but I kind of just, like, you know, like, it's just something that naturally just, like, happened, like, when I don't know what to say. So I was just like, oh, okay. And she was like, I don't see what's funny. Mind you, she's older than me. Like, y'all, she was like 17 years old. They were older than me, so I was literally the youngest of the bunch. And Patricia was just like, yeah, girl, like, what's up with you? Like, you tripping, like, calm down. It's okay. You know, trauma child. You clearly had a traumatizing childhood. Not everybody had a traumatizing childhood. So I'm just like, yeah. But I'm talking to Patricia. I'm like, dang, I wonder how long we gonna be here. Like, are we spending the night? Like, what's going on? Because I'm trying to change the subject. Because I'm just like, Dolly just have some type of secret animosity to me and towards me, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why she's so, like, what she's so mad at. But I'm just like, yeah, like, girl, I'm not about to try to fight you. Like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I wonder if we're gonna spend a night, because yeah, I don't have no clothes or nothing. And so they was just like, you know what, like, let's go ask Pinky, like, what's going on. So we go and we knock on the door. So we knock on the door, and then Pinky answers the door, and she's like, oh yeah, like, y'all come in. So we go in there, and you know, like, we sitting down and we like talking. Well, I was talking, and at this time, y'all, I had a very squeaky voice, so my voice was kind of like high pitched. So it was just like let me give y'all an example. Like, my voice was sound like, yeah, y'all, so what we gonna do? Like, are we about to? So my voice was like that. So I was just like, Pinky, you know, like, are we spending the night? Like, what's going on? Like, are we gonna stay here? Like, what, you know, are you gonna call your mama so she can pick us up? Like, that's how my voice sounded. So I'm like, sound like Micheline. So I'm just like asking, and I'm just like, you know, like, I'm just asking her. So at this time, I had never met her boyfriend. Like, I had never met him ever. So I guess my voice was annoying to him. And he was like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up. And I was like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to? That was disrespectful as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't just go around starting shit. But it was just like, I wasn't talking that loud, but my voice was kind of like squeaky. So I'm just like, okay, like, you know, but it's like, who are you talking to? So I cussed him out, like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to? And he was like, he was just so disrespectful. Like, he was so disrespectful. He was like, shut up, bitch, I'll make you suck my. And I was like, oh, hell no, Pinky, you need to get this motherfucker. Like, I started cussing him out, and like, I'm like, girl, you need to get him. Like, what the fuck? Like, you listening to him? Like, this is your boyfriend telling me that he gonna make me suck him up. Like, girl, do you hear this man? And she was like, he just playing. He like, no, I'm not. So at this time, I'm just sitting there like, what did I do wrong? Like, what did I say wrong? And y'all already know who was sitting there with the biggest smile on her face, like, just smiling so hard. Dolly just sitting there smiling from ear to ear, like, yeah, like, she just got a kick out of that, like, for real. So I was just like, yeah, all right, well, you know, like, after I said my little words to him, like, he didn't say nothing back, because, you know, Pinky was just like, calm down, like, it's okay, Jamisha, like, it's okay, like, he's just playing, like, that's just how he is, he's just joking, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going back, and like, so I left out, because I was just like, I do not like him. Like, at that point, I was just like, I do not like him at all. Like, I don't like this nigga. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, which cousin or who can I pay? Who can I get to come beat this nigga up? Like, because at this point, I'm irritated. So I'm like, I go back in the living room and I just sit down, because I'm like, yeah, no, I'm ready to go. She need to call her mama. So I'm texting her like, girl, call your mama. I'm ready to go. I don't want to stay here at all. Like, please, have your mama come pick us up. So she was just like, oh, I'm gonna wait to call my mom, because yeah, I'm gonna just wait to call her because she said that she was doing this and that. And I told her that my boyfriend mom, like I'm not gonna give him no name, but she was just like, yeah, I told my mom that my boyfriend mom picked us up and we're at her house chilling until she's ready to come pick us up. So y'all, I'm irritated because I'm just like, I don't want to be here at all. Like, he's disrespectful. I don't even understand how you could be in a relationship with somebody like that. Like, you're very disrespectful. Like, that was literally the most disrespect. Like, that was like probably the most disrespect I've ever got from somebody, from randomly just like not doing nothing. Like, it was just so disrespectful. And I was like, and I'm just like, so Patricia comes in there and then Dolly come in there and Pinky. So they leave out his room and then they come in the living room with me, and you know, like, she just like trying to calm me down, like, that's just how he is. And Dolly was just like, yeah girl, that's just how he is. Like, he just, you know, he just disrespectful like that. And I'm just like, girl, how could you date somebody like that? Like, how are you? There's no way that you're happy with this man and he's disrespectful like that. Like, I'm like, I didn't even do anything wrong. She's just like, yeah, girl, don't worry about it. That's just him. And I'm just sitting there looking at her like, girl, I'm never coming out with you again. So you don't even ask me to come, because the answer is going to be no. So, you know, like, they calming me down and she's just like, we might have to spend a night here. So don't even, you know, like, his mom said it's cool for us to spend the night. We might just have to sleep up in the living room. So I'm like irritated to the max, because I'm thinking to myself like, girl, you probably planned this the whole time. Like, you probably wanted us to come here. Like, this was probably in your plans from the beginning, because it just don't make no sense how we go from a house party and we end up at your boyfriend's house, your disrespectful ass boyfriend at that. So I'm just like looking through my phone like, damn, who can I call? Like, who can I call to come pick me up? Because I didn't know nobody with no car like that. I knew one person, and I forgot what I named him in the story time. I can't even think of what I named him in the story time. So I was thinking like, dang, maybe I can call him. But it's like, how I'm gonna have him pick me up? He lives in Oakland, but how I'm gonna have him pick me up, drive me all the way to Fremont? Like, I'm just like, dang, like, what am I gonna do? So I'm just like irritated to the max. So I end up calling him, and I can't think of what I'm gonna put it on the screen because I can't think of what I named him in the story time. So I end up calling him and I'm just like, hey, like, what you doing? And he was just like, oh, I'm out in Richmond with my folks. And I'm just like, oh my god. So I'm irritated because I'm just like, dang, man, I don't want to be here. So I end up telling him like what happened. He just like, dang, why would y'all go to a party up over there? And I'm just like, I don't go to parties out here, so I don't know. He was just like, dang, that's crazy. So then I end up telling him about like what happened with Pinky and her boyfriend. And he was just like, oh, hell no. That nigga, like, what? He was like, he disrespectful. He was like, yeah, no, you try to see if somebody can come pick you up. Like, maybe call your mama or something. I'm like, man, my mama's not finna drive to Oakland. I'm like, it's already late. My mama's not finna get up in the middle of the night. First of all, she's not even gonna answer her phone because she keep her phone off. Second, nobody's gonna answer. Like, it's pointless. So I'm over there just like mad as hell, like, damn. So then we just like talking for a minute, and then we end up hanging up the phone. And so yeah, Pinky was just like, yeah, here goes some blankets, y'all, we're gonna have to just stay here. So we ended up spending the night. Me, Patricia, and Dolly, we slept in the living room, and Pinky slept in the room with her boyfriend. So we just like talking, and y'all, we was just like talking about all type of stuff, like, just like, you know, I just was so happy to be talking to people that was older than me and just listening to their stories and their experiences and like everything. So I'm just like listening, and you know, they talking about how such and such and such, and like they just talking about stuff. So then, you know, we end up falling asleep. Then the next morning come, his mom had made us some breakfast, and she was just like, yeah, I just got off the phone with your mama, Pinky. She gonna be here in like about an hour to pick y'all up. They stayed because Pinky had ended up telling them like, oh, if y'all get a ride there, my mama will take y'all home, so y'all don't have to worry about it getting a ride home. So that's why they ended up even tagging along and staying with us for the night, because they thinking Pinky mama gonna give them a ride home. So yeah, we in there, we just chilling. So then the boyfriend, the one that I don't like, the disrespectful boyfriend, he ended up coming out, and he was just like, oh, Jamisha, I'm sorry, you know, like he ended up apologizing to me, but I'm still just looking at him like, you can't say sorry to no disrespectful shit like that. He was like, I was just playing with you though, like, you know, like I wouldn't do that to you. And I'm just thinking to myself like, but yeah, I was just like, it's cool. And I just kept it like that, like, nigga, ain't no peace treating, but you feel me, I'm gonna just say it's cool because I'm in your house. So yeah, his younger brother ended up getting dropped off, and his younger brother was around my age, mind you. I don't want to say that he wasn't my type, but he was cool. So yeah, he was just like, oh, okay, like, what's up with y'all? Like, what's going on? So then, you know, we ended up telling him, like, what happened about the party. And he was just like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. Like, what? So we ended up telling him that. And he was just like, oh, like, Jamie, you got a MySpace? And I'm like, yeah. So I ended up giving him my MySpace. And we ended up following each other on MySpace and stuff. And he was cool. Like, he was super cool. He wasn't trying to talk to me or no, nothing like that. But he was super, super cool. So, yeah, when her mama, you know, when she did come and we got up in the car, we sitting there talking about what happened. We telling her everything. And I'm just like, yeah. And da-da-da-da-da. But before we left, Pinky was like, don't tell my mom, because her mom loved me, y'all. Her mama loved me so much. And she was like, don't tell my mom, like, what he said. Like, don't tell her, because she already feels some type of way about him. And I don't want her to take my phone out of my room. So don't tell her, like, what happened. And I'm sitting there looking at her like, girl, please, I want to tell your mama what happened, because first of all, you shouldn't be dating somebody like this. Like, he's very disrespectful. So I was just like, yeah, girl, I'm not going to tell her. Like, I'll keep it to myself. I'm not even going to tell her what happened, because, yeah, I'm not even trying to start no drama, no beef. But, y'all, I wanted to tell her mama what happened so bad. Like, when her mama was just like, oh, so, like, what happened with the shooting and stuff? Like, did anybody, you know, did anything happen to anybody? And we just like, no, not that we know of that anybody, you know, got. But we was just like, yeah, like, it was cool. We was having fun. And, you know, like, that situation happened. And she's just like, oh, yeah, like, no more parties out here for a while. I didn't blame her. Like, I wouldn't want my kid coming to a party, because that was meant, y'all, that was so dangerous. Like, it was so dangerous. And what's so crazy is I never told my mom, like, what happened. Like, I didn't tell my mom I went to a party, and because she would have never let me go nowhere else. So I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't tell my mom anything. So we ended up dropping off Dolly. We ended up dropping off Patricia, and you know, like, we telling her mom pretty much what happened, and she just like, well, Pinky, why you didn't call me? Like, why you didn't call me to come pick you up? And she was just like, well, mama, because we needed to get picked up. Like, it happened so fast, and I knew you was kind of far out, and I didn't want it, you know, like, we needed to leave like ASAP at that moment. And she was just like, your ass probably playing. Like, you probably wanted to go up over there to his house, because that, like, you know, the mama, I felt like the mama kind of knew. The mama kind of was just like, yeah, I don't know about this. Like, this don't sound too, you know, like, this sound kind of like weird. And she's just like, no, mama, that wasn't it. And da 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 da. Like, they was just like talking, and I was just like thinking to myself, like, this girl's never seeing my face again. Like, girl, I'm never going out again. Don't ask me to go nowhere, because I'm not going with you. The answer is going to be completely no. Hell no. So we get back to her house, and I'm telling her, I'm just like, I don't like that your boyfriend was so disrespectful to me. Like, I didn't like that. And she was just like apologizing and just like talking. She was just like, yeah, you know, talking about that. And I'm like, and what was up with Dolly? I'm like, Dolly had a whole attitude with me, like a completely whole attitude. I'm like, what was up with her? And she was just like, girl, that's how she just be like that. She was like, she weird like that. She's so weird. She was like, but she probably was hating on you because you cute, because I don't see what was her, you know, what was her reason of having an attitude. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, when your boyfriend was turning up on me, I'm like, she was sitting there smiling. And she was just like, oh yeah, she weird. She was like, but don't worry, we ain't never got to hang out with her. Like, I won't bring her around you no more. And I was like, yeah, girl, please don't, because that was weird as hell. So we just end up talking and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, girl, I gotta go home. Like, I'm ready to go home, see if your mama could drop me off. So then she's just like, okay, well, if my mama can't drop you off, then I'll see if I could use her car to drop you off. She ended up dropping me off, ended up going home, and I ended up telling my sister Tori, like, girl, let me tell you what happened. She was like, what? And I'm like, girl, yes, the house party got shot up. I said, and Pinky boyfriend was disrespectful to me. He tried to turn up on me and cuss me out. And she was just like, oh my God, girl, you had a crazy little weekend. I'm like, girl, right. I said, I'm never going out again. So she ain't even got to ask me, because I'm never going. For this to be your first house party and it get shot up, like, it really would make you be like, yeah, I'm cool. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I didn't go to no parties after that. The only party I will say that I went to, another house party, because I was like, I'm cool on house parties. Like, I'm good. Unless it's a house, and even then, I'm like, I don't want to be somewhere where it's like, I can't get out. We at the top floor. It's not like I could have jumped out the window. It wasn't no back door. Like, it was nothing. It was just like the front door, the apartment. So I always told myself, like, if it's not a big house, I don't want to go, and I don't need that. If it's gonna be like some drama like that, like if I know it's in the hood or something, I'm cool. Like, I am cool on that, because them house parties be, you feel me, like, they be crazy. But yeah, y'all, that is the ending of this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. All right, y'all, bye.